mean, I think you should make an OnlyFans.
No.
No?
You can post a video of you shaving your head.
Exactly. Get raw.
Alex don't know.
Become the,
I have ideas for videos, but they're dumb.
Yeah?
They're dumb.
Like what, though?
Like, you would hate them.
Like, are you talking about, like a sketch or, like
They're all sketches, and they're all bad.
Really?
No. They're good to me. I think they're funny.
Yeah.
But you would hate them.
Really? Is it, like really, like, obvious, like, comedies? Like,
Nope.
subtle? Like,
It's not obvious at all.
Is it just weird, or is it just, like...
It's a lot of bad stuff.
Is it vulgar?
Oh, it's always going to be vulgar.
Yeah.
It has to be. That's a requirement.
But that's
I
just
thought it was just going to be Andrew reenacting Spider-Man 2.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
The whole
think
thing. Just
myself-
scene by scene.
We should just charge people money for that. If you were to ever do it, you wouldn't
post it on
charge
YouTube.
anybody.
No.
Oh my god, dude! Like, I feel like that's such like a talent of yours.
We're sitting on a gold mine with Andrew.
I know.
I know, right?
I was thinking one day of I was watching someone like a cooking video.
Mm.
I was thinking that'd be like a fun cooking video, but everything's exaggerated as fuck. So if we gotta chop the onions, and I have like a pickaxe or something, and it's like, and then it cuts like that, and then you guys have to. It's just all bad.
You would make it like that. That's actually kind of funny though. I think I'd definitely watch that though. That's funny. But you brought up cooking videos.
Well, anyways, welcome to today's episode.
Okay,
right?
well, I was just doing a cold open, but all right.
You gotta acknowledge it.
Hello, goodbye. All right. Anyways,
You missed the beginning.
But so I was
Hi,
watching
chat.
some cooking video the other day, and it was some guy making sourdough bread, right? And I never really knew the process of making sourdough bread. It's actually pretty complicated.
you grind up sour Skittles and put it on bread.
No,
You leave the bread out until it gets sour.
It is
Sourdough.
much more complicated than that. But like the thing is, that's not the point. The thing is, he had somebody on his channel who has another channel, and like you could tell like these guys were just not clicking, like making the bread.
Isn't that the best?
It was so weird,
Plans don't
dude.
go
Like
well.
it was so weird. It was so awkward, and I was just like, oh my god! Like it had like 1 million+ views, right? So. The video did well, but most of the time it was just like sort of cringy. Like I've seen those before, and I'm like, oh my god, like this is good. I'm learning how to make sourdough bread, but it's just like, oh man, this kind of a struggle to get through. I know, like at what cost? That's like one of the most like awkward things I was ever witnessing, because there one of the guys was like super an expert at it. The other guy was like not at all, and he was trying to show him techniques, and he couldn't even show him a technique all that well. So I was just like, oh my god, this is almost a train wreck. Like I was just
if there was like a
Jesus.
game show where they have contestants and it's like, we're gonna put you in front of awkward situations, whoever lasts the longest gets the money. Andrew would beat us all because he'd be like applauding and like laughing at these. We're like, get out of here.
Could you imagine that though? Like, oh my god, that'd be weird.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and like his videos are pretty.
Who is this?
satisfying. It's this guy.
Sourdough.
No. Oh yeah, binging with
Sourdough Sam.
Babish. That guy.
Oh, him.
Yeah. See, but the thing is, he usually does his videos solo. So he's like, he knows his thing.
Alone.
What? Yeah, alone. And this guy was just like, hella throwing him off. I was like, oh my god, dude. Because I've seen his videos before, and like,
They
he's
tight.
good, right?
Yeah,
Pretty
he
cool.
does good stuff.
And this one was just like, kind of derailed it. I'm like, oh, this is so awkward. But it was cool though. It was cool.
I want there to be a big scandal where it's like he gets his inspiration from other videos. Like he's just copying their videos to
I'm
make
sure
the
he
food.
has. I'm sure he has. Like, I saw this video that he also did, and then somebody else did it better, I think. So I think it was like how many ways to cook a steak, and they're all pretty like
That sounds like a horrible video, but continue.
they're all like pretty like ways you can cook it in the kitchen, and that they're like not so extreme.
How many
This
ways are
other
there,
guy
Andrew? Come on, just throw it on there, turn it on, done.
There's two. You
Cook
do it
it.
in the kitchen, or you do it on barbecue.
No, done.
But there's
both
like
of 'em.
multiple methods of how to cook the steak, But
Yep.
like this guy,
Make them
So
To
you,
get to
find,
the
you get the meat,
extreme.
you got heat, done.
but not always from like a source of fire. This guy did it
What?
with a laser, and I was
The
like,
sun?
what the fuck? Well, he tried that, it didn't work,
Uh-huh.
and then he got it like on like
Sounds
Did he
a
breathe
Like
on
Alex
one of
video.
them? Just
he got
Like,
a flat rock, put the
Kinda
steak on there,
electric
that
bug
way,
killer.
and
like
then
in,
the other way he put it
Grown-Ups.
on like hot coals, cooked it that way,
flamethrower.
And none of them tasted all that great, obviously. But I was just
rub your hands together till they get really hot, and then put it on.
Do
the
that
steak.
too.
Touch them.
That could possibly work.
Body heat.
I mean, that's how you heat up your hands, right? I mean, maybe heat hand warmers. Get a bunch of them, activate those, put it on the steak, see if that
Or
works.
the heated
But
seats in a car.
dude, that'd take like months, but it could work possibly. I mean,
I got time.
You can eat raw meat, or raw steak at least. Not all raw meat, but you can eat raw steak, and pretty much be fine. But don't take my word for it.
Define
I was
fine.
gonna say.
Why would you even
Define
utter
what?
these horrible
Define
words?
fine in this scenario.
So, steak
Your heart will be
usually
beaten.
doesn't.
You're
It's not
unconscious
like
and-
chicken
Like worms.
or even pork that you can't eat raw at all, right? It's got like some certain bacteria that when it gets into your stomach, it'll fuck you up, right? Make you sick. You could die. Salmonella, bad thing. From what I know, beef does not have that certain bacteria, so you can even eat it raw and be fine. Like how some people like their steak like super rare, not raw, but like really rare. It's perfectly fine to eat that.
You'd probably be
I mean,
really
dude.
exhausted though, because you use up all this energy to digest it when it's raw. That's why you pre-cook it, so that you don't have to use up as much energy.
Use much energy. Are you talking
Yeah.
like you're gonna be fucking fatigued from your stomach
Well,
digesting food?
Before like cooking and stuff, like that's all they could eat it, like raw. But you're using up all this energy to kill all the other stuff that would have already been killed had you used fire.
But I just want to hear that out a bit, because I feel like
said it.
what you said was it kind of came across like you're gonna eat the raw steak.
You're using
and then
two
it's gonna
basic
be like,
words, and his brain is going.
yeah,
bananas.
I'm totally being
Is the
blown
factory
away.
going higher?
When you're
Because-
saying like what'd you say, like so much energy?
When you use fire to cook raw meat,
That's
you're-
energy.
yeah, you're killing all the stuff that your body would have to kill. Would you eat it raw? So
Yeah.
you would have to eat more food. You see what I'm saying?
I
Like
guess.
instead of just eating one steak cooked, you probably have to eat like 3.
That was a yes or no question.
Because
yes.
you're
Oh,
used
okay,
to,
okay,
your
I see what
body's
you got, I see what you
going
got.
through so much trying to kill all this shit and make it edible to get the nutrients out that you've already used up the energy that you got from eating that raw steak.
I got you. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Especially if, like, you're, like, back before. Like, if you're starving, correct? And, like, you don't have a fire, but you're still
Yep.
starving, right? You decide you kill an animal.
Go to
you're,
McDonald's.
You're remote on an island, trying to, you can't make fire. You're starving, and you find this animal. You kill it. You eat it raw, right? And, like, when you're starving that way, I can see how it's going to be like you need to eat more because of what you said. But today, you go to a restaurant.
McDonald's.
You order the steak
Can I have a steak
pretty
raw?
right? You order it raw. Or you get steak tartare. Eat that shit raw. That doesn't really, that's because that's where I got
was his word
confused.
of the day.
And I was
Just
saying,
right,
like,
you.
you said, like, it's going to exhaust your body more. And I'm thinking, like, that
Tartare.
wouldn't exhaust my body. Like,
thought
or
Andrew
that wouldn't make me, like, tired. Because you can even eat raw fish, like sushi. And, like, that. But that's, like, a luxury food, right? That's, like, luxury. So that's, like, not when you're, like, dying of hunger. And then you're going to eat, raw fish and be like, oh, I feel fine. I have enough energy. It's not like it's going to affect you physically in that sort of way. That, I mean, when you said that, I was like, honestly bamboozled or confused. I had no idea what
can
you meant
tell.
by that. I was like,
Oh,
what
we
do
can
you...
tell.
I mean, did you guys know that? I had no idea what he was talking about right there.
I wouldn't eat raw meat, so this conversation, this dilemma, whoop, gone.
Andrew would
I don't
never
know if I ever
experience
thought of
this.
It's like a hurdle in a race,
Yeah.
but there's a path to go around it. That I'm still qualified in the race, so I'm just going around. So the hurdle is not even
Explain. Now you bamboozled me, Andrew.
there. This hurdle of if I eat raw steak, it's gonna and my body has to work harder. It's a
It's-
hurdle I
Alex-
have to go over. But
Alex fights so hard to
there's
defend
there's the
raw
path
meat.
that goes around the hurdle, which is just cooking it. That I always take.
Yeah,
so
let's
now
put
since
Andrew-
I've been taking it so far, that path, the hurdle is non-existent to me.
Let's put Andrew in the Olympics, and he'll just go around the hurdles. He won't even jump over them.
Oh, I won. You had to jump through those? Well, nobody told me.
Yeah, I
There's
got the
there's
fastest
green
time.
grass right there. That's not
against the
blocked
rules,
off.
so it's not against my rules.
You guys are making this harder for yourselves when you don't need to. Just go
Yeah.
around them.
I have a big brain question for you guys.
Uh-huh.
I believe all of us are fans of the institution McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And
Hell yeah.
now
Especially
we've seen a trend how they're giving out more promotional combo meals. You see. Now I have a question for you guys.
You've thought about this so much.
Who's the new guy that?
No,
got the
hold
promotion?
on. Michael, how dare you? I've thought about this literally when Zach or you mentioned McDonald's. It
He's-
clicked.
yeah.
It's that fast. I'm like, you see, my
You
brain
sound
is
like
just
you've been thinking
firing.
about this like in the shower right
Oh,
before
no.
bed.
This literally happened right now. Breaking news. Breaking thoughts.
What's going on?
What would your meal be? What would your McDonald's
My
meal be?
last meal? Oh,
No,
McDonald's.
no. If you had if McDonald's came to you and said, "We're gonna
You're
do
the
promotional-
promotion.
You're the promotion. Out of ordinary friends. We're gonna do it individually. What would your meal at McDonald's be?
Ooh, could I go first?
You can go first.
I worked there
Okay.
for a while. So what
Exposed.
I used to do was, sometimes if I was feeling on the edge a bit, right? So there's this thing that you can do is you get a crew meal,
Living
right?
like Larry.
And
Right,
at
continue.
McDonald's, and it would be like one of the cheapest things that you would get. You would either get a cheeseburger
Hash brown.
with small fries and a small drink, right? Or a McChicken substitute for the cheeseburger, right? Super cheap and not very, good. Boring. Same with fucking breakfast. Either an egg muffin, not a sausage egg, an egg muffin, and a breakfast burrito, which are not very good, by the way. So whenever somebody of power was not present, I would make my own crew meal, right? And I got to tell you, one of the things that I found that was so good that I don't think a lot of people tried was a McChicken with Big Mac sauce on it. I got to say, that would be my promotion. The McChicken with Big Mac sauce instead of the mayonnaise. I think when I tried
So it
that,
would just be chicken,
lettuce,
and Big Mac
and
sauce.
Big Mac sauce.
Jesus.
The old Al McChicken.
Oh.
That, I mean, it was pretty good. It was definitely a boost in flavor because the mayonnaise, for me personally, did kind of get worse over time. But the Big Mac sauce has not changed, and that shit is so damn good on the Big Mac, and it was even, I think, better on the McChicken. So I think that's my promotion, a McChicken with Big Mac sauce for sure.
All right.
How about you?
Mine is not too spontaneous. I would like to have. I don't know what the combination would be because I've never actually done it myself. It would be like either a quarter pounder, a double quarter pounder with Big Mac sauce on it,
Yeah.
with like all the other stuff that comes with them, not like subbing anything, or like those fresh patties for the quarter pounders that they use, but on a Big Mac.
Big Mac, yeah.
I don't know which I would do, but it'd be one of those two things, and then fries and a Coke. It'd always have to be Coke, though.
That'd be good because remember that promotion that they
Very
did
specific.
a while ago? It was a double Big Mac, just basically 4 patties.
Oh
and
yeah,
Big Mac.
I remember that.
You guys remember that? Seeing that?
I
Yes?
feel
No?
like I saw it. I never had it though.
Okay. I thought it was okay, but the meat. Oh my god, there's just so much meat. Like, you know how everybody's saying like the Big Mac is not does not. No, I thought it would be delicious, but like because the patties were so dry at the time that I had it made my mouth fucking a barren desert when you eat it because they don't put a whole lot of lettuce on that sometimes, and not a whole lot of sauce, and they don't like upgrade the pickles or the onions either. So like just 4 patties on one Big Mac, in theory it should be superior, but in my opinion, way too meaty. I think. I don't know. What about you guys for the promotion?
I would say I'm gonna go breakfast.
Oh shit! Oh,
Mixing
I
it
would,
up.
I would do the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, but with the hash
tomatoes?
brown
Oh.
inside.
Ooh,
Yeah, like a
Oh,
little
fuck.
square
oh,
hash brown.
fuck!
The biscuit, with the biscuit, the bacon, and the hash brown, it might be a little too salty for the average person. So
maybe yeah.
I would eat that shit.
I would be I want it because
That's-
Would it just be the sandwich, or would you have like a drink inside? With
You
the
have to
side,
have the
it's
Holy
like basically
Sprite.
it's just what's it called? Hash brown.
Yep.
Especially if it's breakfast time.
You're forced to get a Sprite. Nick, you
Yeah,
can't.
at
There's
breakfast.
no
Yeah.
out. You can't
Yeah.
sub. You can't do
Gotta
that.
get the,
Right.
the staticky
You're
Sprite.
for-
I mean, come on, like that's a given for all of ours, right?
Yeah.
No.
Comes with-
Yeah.
No.
I said no. Give
No?
him Coke.
Oh.
Requirement.
And
Well,
if you ask,
yeah.
like, can I get another drink? They just tell you like no, or
Sorry, you
they
can't
charge
get the meal
you.
then, sorry.
They
Could I
charge
get
you a little bit
something
They
more
charge you $1.
Yeah, yeah.
every time you ask. Like,
No.
wait,
To
why
punish
can't I
them,
have
charge
one?
them more
10
than
more
the drink.
cents. Yeah.
But I'll
Charge
tell
them
you
like
this.
another $5.
Michael is not wrong with putting the hash brown in the breakfast sandwiches because
Which is
when I used to work there, I would do the same thing. I'd put it in there. Yeah, because the Egg McMuffin by itself, like I say, it's very boring. But you put that hash brown in there, it changes
the
it.
game.
It changes it, bro. And like I remember, like when I left McDonald's, I think, or maybe when I was still there, they had an ad for putting the hash brown in the McMuffin. So it wasn't just me. It had to have been like somebody else who realized and put it and told like McDonald's promotions to do this too, because it's actually really good. Like it completely changes it. I don't know about the biscuit though, because the biscuits there are super, like, I feel like most of the time they're pretty dry. And again, the bacon there is super salty as fuck. So that might be a little bit of a, salt overload. But with the egg muffin with its bland ass Canadian bacon and the round egg, it, for me, perfect. It just elevated it even more. How about you, Zach?
Okay, for mine's a little more basic, I think.
Oh,
So
I guess.
I'd start with a bacon double cheeseburger, not
Damn
McDouble,
it. Damn
double
it.
cheeseburger.
That's what I was gonna say.
Shit.
Well, no, that's just the start of it.
Oh,
Then-
damn.
okay. So my add-in, I do they even have a bacon double cheeseburger, or is it only the McDouble?
They have a bacon McDouble. Just that, I think. They're,
Okay, so then that's already different. So you add the extra cheese if you don't know the difference. It's the double cheeseburger comes with 2 slices of cheese rather than 1. So I'd go with that, and then you'd put fries in.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
Fuck.
fuck.
I've never tried the fries in the burger at McDonald's.
I used to
Is
do
it?
a long time ago.
You
Yeah,
did?
it was good.
Yeah.
I still do that. I guess I think me and Zach are just a fan of putting potatoes. Yeah, I guess
Yep.
me. I like putting some form of potato in my food. The
Normally,
breakfast sandwich
I
and the
don't do
burger.
that at all, just because I like the fries separate. It kind of feels like, like when you eat a sandwich, you have chips on the side. But also, some people put chips in their sandwich. I used to do that when I was a kid. I'd put like a Doritos, like if I had Doritos, put that in the sandwich and then eat that. But, I don't do that anymore, so like that definitely like kind of harkens back to childhood things that I would do, with potatoes and all
Alex,
that.
You almost eat like a Carl's Jr. commercial. You're
Oh,
just
fuck
kind of
yeah,
like
you do.
big
You mean
bite, big
The bad
handful,
ones, though, where
like
it's
drinking.
nasty.
Yeah,
not even
when he's just
breathing.
Can
all
I-
over the face.
Can I tell you this though? This is a perfect story of why that is. I have the origin of
I'm
that,
a horrible human being.
of why I do
Long story
that.
short.
I think because the commercials for Carl's Jr. are not like that today, right? They're nothing like that. I would say they probably stopped like around maybe 3 or 4 years ago with that. The big bite, the juicy burger, and all that. Actually advertising people eating the burger. But I remember when I was a kid, there was this fucking ad for Carl's Jr., right? It was these 2 guys out on a lake fishing or something, right? And I think in that commercial, they have, obviously they have a bag of Carl's Jr., burgers.
Of course, yes.
Right? And
right.
one of the guys
As tradition.
just takes this giant burger out, looks so damn good, and takes a whopping bite, and it's so juicy that the juices fall into the lake, and then the fish swarm their fucking boat. So since I saw that commercial, I'm like, that looks so freaking good. Like, this is like way back when I was so young that the
goddamn
commercial,
animals want it.
the commercial sold me so much that the fish wanted the damn burger. So I was I remember I was so young, and I've had McDonald's before, but I haven't had Carl's Jr. like a burger like that juicy, right? And like that aggressively biting into it, and all the juice is just falling out of the burger. That's what kind of set me off of like loving to just almost like
Be gluttonous.
be gluttonous with the food.
Yeah,
And
man pig.
I never found a burger from Carl's Jr. that juicy in my life. Like that burger sent me over the edge. I don't know if you remember this, Andrew.
I don't remember this.
But
I thought
I would
this
ask-
commercial was going in the direction of, how Carl's Jr. used to do those ones with like two girls, and they're like
In the
crossing
bikini
arms and stuff, and like
yep.
eating. It's very sexual.
A
I thought that's what this
classic,
lake one was
classic
going.
film.
No,
it's
this is,
fine.
this is this is before that, way before that. Like when I was like maybe 8, right? This was an old ad.
So this is like 2000 or excuse me, 1928.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that far back. Like
This is before TV. They
honestly,
just had
like-
people going around.
those ads back in the
a
day,
live
man,
play.
it literally captivated my mind on how I should
Before
be
Shakespeare,
eating,
they played this ad.
how I eat food today. Because
You-
you guys know how I eat food. I go in like a madman.
It's gross.
Oh, yeah.
you
Gross,
and
gross.
you and
Gross
Andrew
us
were
out.
so.
You probably grossed the wait staff out.
You
I'm
and
sure.
Andrew
yeah.
were very impressionable. Andrew was at that time. Andrew was thinking, question everything. You were searching for the juiciest burger that ever existed.
That quest eventually, ended
Spawned the monster we have now.
back when I
You
first
should have
got.
questioned the ad. That's what
Oh,
you should
no.
have done.
Oh,
No, hell no.
This can't be
fish.
true. There's no way.
and you'd be proven right. Like, these are not juicy.
But again, like I was a young kid in 1928 when that happened. But like, obviously now burgers are even like better than they were before because way back then McDonald's was like selling their burgers like they were good, but they were never like juicy good. Now they kind of are. I mean, all places are now, especially like In-N-Out, super juicy all the time. Like whenever you get it, it's just full of juice. Like they have like a goddamn diaper for the fucking burger because of how much juice it leaks. Like as soon as I first ate at In-N-Out, I'm like, oh my god, this is it. Carl's Jr., you're fucking wrong. This place has it. This place doesn't have commercials. So like, yeah, that's where my obsession of, I guess the origin of why I eat so, disgusting to some people is,
Not everyone likes that juiciness, though, Alex. There's
Got him.
there's that video of the Shake Shackers versus the In-N-Out, and
Oh
the
my
Shake
God.
Shackers are like, it feels like the burger's drooling on me. I don't want it to drool on me because it's all these juices and wetness coming out of it.
That's just secret stuff.
well, I don't know.
They just spray it, like, drench it. There we go.
See, I don't know why they complain so much about that. Like, I understand that I've had Shake Shack before.
Messy food.
and
Not everyone likes messy food.
It's super. It's super.
Especially like to go.
oh yeah.
Like Sloppy Joe's. If there was a fucking Sloppy Joe restaurant,
Oh.
Andrew would burn that thing to the ground.
I would always eat at the rival place across the street.
No matter what.
Probably.
No matter
No
what
matter
it
what.
was.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't get the point of those videos. I really don't, because those people
You get people to talk about it.
Exactly, but like it's such a
Like right now.
stupid it's such a stupid complaint that it works so well, right? The people watch like, oh, I guess.
But no
In-N-Out
one, they don't.
is
Not
messy.
everyone likes it drippy.
Wet, guess, but it's food. You eat it, Like, are you gonna? Do you want to look like your best while you're eating? No,
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
you want to look like a
I
fucking
don't want to look like a
I
animal.
want to
monster.
look gross.
Oh man,
Like
see,
you.
I am completely opposite. Whenever I see food,
Alex wants to be the most monstrous
My-
he can. If he could just bury his face into the food, he would do it.
if
You would
I
eat pasta
could, I
with his
would.
fingers.
What?
I said you would eat pasta with your
Oh
fingers.
Yeah,
no,
like,
I wouldn't have that. No,
who's
hell no.
I have a feeling he
Who's-
has. Okay.
who's fucking shithead in Return of the King that's eating all gross?
Denethor?
Denethor?
Yeah,
Shithead.
that's you.
Shit.
That is not
He
me.
bite. What does he bite
it
that
is.
fucking splurts all over his face? It's like
tomatoes?
a grape or
Yeah,
something.
A
tomatoes.
grape or something,
Yeah.
grape tomato. But like, okay,
Grape
so
tomato.
I know that I have done that in the past, right? But the truth being,
Currently.
the truth is, I
now.
don't feel schmutz at all on my face.
That's not good.
sure.
On your
I
bare skin, yeah, that is a problem.
and that is embarrassing,
You have
right?
to go get checked out.
Because a
Sure
lot of
your,
people
nerves
like,
all together.
and it's never been like that. I've had this problem since I was a kid, really young, and I was like, I don't.
But it's
even
like
know.
it's like you make a sandwich and you bite in the middle, and then instead of eating the sides, you keep going down the middle, even
yeah.
though it's gonna get on the sides of your mouth.
straight up don't care how I consume the food. I just want to
That's-
consume the food.
Off.
Really, like, I'm not like somebody who's like nibbles like in a order, like, oh, I'm gonna eat this as clean as possible. That's just never been how I eat food ever, and I don't know.
That's
if you do, that's
it's
fine.
just
Sounds like
hilarious.
this is code for I don't
I
have
know.
table manners.
Well, most of the time people are just like whenever we went out to eat before like the pandemic and all that, you guys would like not even look at me because you couldn't stand being near me
Even being
as I
near
would
you,
eat.
not even looking at you, you make sounds.
Oh yeah, well it's like making love.
You
shouldn't
also
say
make
those
comments
words.
like that out loud to other people as well.
I'm just a free thinker, I guess. It just happens. to me it feels natural.
Man with
Like
the
it, to me
pickle
it feels like if I'm not doing that, I'm not me.
Ugh.
You know, like I don't do it on
This is some
purpose.
Dr. Seuss shit. I am who I am.
I don't do it on purpose to make
We're
people
food shaming him, and now he feels bad.
like feel disgusting. I just do it because that's just how I eat, bro. I mean, how do you eat? Like pretty clean?
No,
you,
clean.
You guys
I mean,
clean,
you've
you
seen
clean,
it.
huh?
I think we talked about
sometimes.
this. I think I said like 90% of the when I'm eating, I'm using just my right hand. I
Damn.
don't use this like for anything.
What
I
about
don't know
what about with like a cheeseburger? You
One
just
hand.
one hand it the whole time?
Well, if it's small enough to where I can one hand it.
Unless it's
why
like
not?
massive.
Yeah.
Okay. What about
don't-
like
massive burgers? I don't
and
know.
obviously, like you know, like fork and knife, you use both, obviously. But like,
No, use just one.
no.
So, sometimes I won't use a knife. I'll just use the side of the fork. And
Oh, like
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
like I can see that with like.
But like if
even,
you're like cutting steak, you have to use both.
no, he uses a fork only.
yeah.
Just to
Get stronger, bro.
He has his own
Use my-
special
my
fork,
teeth.
but it's a knife on one of the
Yeah.
edges. Sides.
Oh, that's a good invention.
That is.
Oh, true. But like, how are you gonna support the other side of the steak? Just gonna
Maybe
be
the
sliding.
fork's all funky looking.
Oh, it could be. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how it happened. It was just how I eat. And everybody hates it. Everybody fucking hates it.
It's just not mannerly.
It's not.
Oh, Alex, here, let me
manners?
throw out a scenario real quick.
Throw it at him.
So
Fastball.
you're on a date. Do you change the way you eat, or are you gonna just be a complete
What?
just
I think I would try to restrain it a bit, but I wouldn't change how I eat.
Oh.
Like, if I guess I would eat more like delicately, like you know, not as messy.
so not try and be a monster?
But not try to be a monster, obviously. Yeah, I don't want to be a monster, but I also don't want to be like fake as fuck. You know, like eat like one thing at a time and like
And then
wipe
dab
my
with a
hands,
napkin.
dab my everything
Polite.
with a napkin. No, like
I
mean,
want to be polite.
I mean,
my!
could you imagine like if you went on a date with a woman who ate like me? Imagine that. I think I'd be like in love right there.
Huh?
To be honest with you, if like
Wait,
if
what?
if
If
I
a girl ate like him,
Oh,
Yes.
I'd
on
be
a date.
disgusted.
you would,
Yes.
What if she's like you like her a lot
Disgusted.
and you would?
Yes.
You'd be like, oh, you see her like wipe the plate with bread and then eat it.
Oh, I don't care about that.
You don't think that's disgusting?
No. I mean, if there is bread, unless she, like, has her own bread, like, the good thing I got this.
Mm-hmm.
Like some Drake and Josh shit where he's like, I got sugar on me. Like, you just carry
I
juice.
think Andrew's thinking if it's like there's like sauce and it's like bread, but if there's like 5 different food groups and she's dabbing
Like,
it
if we're
into
eating
each
tacos
part,
and she just pulls out bread, wipe it off.
No. But okay, let me break it down. What if you're like eating food? Let's say it's pasta, right? And she's kind of
Yeah, it's fine.
obviously she's hungry, right? You're both hungry, but then she starts to get a little, you know, she loses the cleanliness a bit and starts to get some stuff on her face. You
as
know?
long as she
And-
wipes
and-
it off.
I think you need to edit
Unlike
this out,
you,
Alex.
who's like, I don't even know.
And doesn't wipe it off, right? She's going ham at it, right?
Oh, then I
having
just
a good
say,
time.
oh, you have something on your face.
But
Wash
what
it off.
what if it continues though?
You just continuously do.
But are you like, oh my god, what is with this woman? Or are you like, oh, I
Now,
just
ask
gotta
her,
let
like,
her
do
eat?
you not feel the food on your face?
Oh, see, now that's where you're gonna lose her, bro.
That's fine with me.
What
not
about
the right
you,
person
Michael?
for Andrew.
Well, how would you do
What?
that? Because you don't like how I eat at all. But like, say a
You're not
That's
an
something-
attractive woman. I'm trying to.
well, I'm just
Get with.
put it out, make the
I
scenario
know,
up,
he's
a
making
very
up
attractive
this freaking guy.
So yeah, Lady Alex comes on your date
lady. Me, yes, Miss
a
Alex.
monster.
and just starts going ham. What do you do?
Yeah,
You know
what
what
do do?
Alex does? He's very messy. Imagine like Buffalo Wild Wings. So Buffalo Wings. and
Buffalo
it's
Wild
just
Wings is-
all over, all around his mouth.
That's straight up not
Somehow
fair.
on his
though.
forehead and
making noise, sucking on it. You know,
That's straight up not fair. Those are fucking wings.
wings.
they're messy by nature.
I know, but you still have to wipe yourself after.
yeah, you can try to be clean
After
when you're
every
eating wings.
bite, though.
I do. I try to.
No, you
or at
don't
least
wipe
maybe after like every
bite.
wing,
I at least
just
wipe
like
my face.
every now and then.
And then if I'm gonna grab like a drink or something, I'll wipe my hands to grab it. I don't want to be.
You know
gross.
what though? I eat the chicken nugget wings, so I don't do like I don't have it rubbing up against my mouth.
Oh, you do it because you
just
don't want to be
dip it
messy.
in
Is that why, or you just like them better?
No, I just prefer those than traditional.
Can I tell you why?
But
that
like, what if
is
she gets
gross?
the one with the bones?
you haven't
like,
answered the
tradition-
question, Michael.
Yeah.
What would happen?
What are
if
you doing?
with
What do you
Lady
do?
Alex?
Yeah,
And she's being all nasty, gross lady.
do it. Do you get up and leave? I could see you doing that.
I could see you doing that. That's a rude thing to do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I'd probably never speak to her again afterwards. I'd be a gentleman up until midnight and then done. That's it. Never hear from me
And
again.
it
So
turns
I'd
into a
move.
pumpkin.
I'd move away.
You wouldn't tell her
You'd
like,
move.
hey, you got some schmutz on your.
I wouldn't say
Everywhere.
schmutz because then she'd leave if I said schmutz.
You
You
don't
have sauce.
know that.
Whatever it is, you just identify.
You got some
You have
sauce,
sauce.
right here.
You got sauce on your
sauce.
everywhere.
You have Thousand Island, you have buffalo sauce.
No,
you
I'd
have
tell her,
ranch,
dude.
you have-
Girls hate it when you don't say like you have something in your teeth or
Yep.
like your eyelashes are wonky or something. If you don't tell them and you let them go, they will be pissed
you.
at you.
Well, if she said, "Why didn't you tell me?" You could have said, "Well, I liked it."
Why would you say that?
Well,
That's
no,
not,
I'm
that
just
wouldn't
saying,
work.
like
That wouldn't work.
that wouldn't work. You
That
don't think
sounds
so?
very creepy.
But what if she likes you though, and like you like her, and then you're like, "Well, I liked it
Well,
actually."
I liked it.
Then you're a freak in her eyes.
I mean, but then
It's
what
not
if
gonna
she-
work.
But then
I
what
mean,
if
I think
she's
in
like,
this scenario, this is like the first date.
Yeah, if this is like
So-
you've been together for like a year, fine, you can say
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
But no, first date, no, you can't say that, freak.
Hit him.
I think that's very freaky.
Go
I
ahead,
think
just
that's
rub it all over.
It is freaky to say. I don't like it.
I like it.
I'd be creeped out.
But what if you
Same.
liked her and she liked you? Then it wouldn't be so creepy, right? It'd be like, oh, well, he likes it.
I would.
But I mean, like, how would you really know that on the first date unless you're just like
Yeah,
straight up,
you
I
wouldn't
like
know
you.
I guess it's just a thing like
This
you have to
isn't
like
some
kind of.
orchestrated bachelor shit.
I know.
This is
Yeah.
real life. You don't know. No one knows.
You gotta take a chance though.
I would not take that chance.
No. Sometimes I want to because I feel like sometimes.
Why would
like,
you?
I think it'd be more fun. Like
It's
honestly,
not.
You don't think so?
No.
Just to see what they think though. Like I don't know.
No.
Yeah,
It's not worth the
This,
chance.
this is not some sort of mind game, Alex. Like,
I know it's not a mind game, but it's just like I think it'd be like kind of fun to do. Am I psychotic?
Yeah.
a little,
Just to
yeah.
have a woman in front of you eat.
And then fuck
Really
with her.
Well, I'm not saying like an absolute, messy.
Is this not fun for you?
No, I'm not like saying like she's a goddamn dog and like eating food.
Are
like
you
a
not
dog.
entertained?
I'm just saying like maybe like she gets a little bit of food on her in her teeth or whatever.
On her face.
Not like super like a pig, right? Like not like that, but I'm saying like minute stuff, like really small things. That you
Just
just
like a
gotta-
little dab of sauce, like
Yeah,
right here.
like that. It's cute,
Said it
whatever.
wrong.
And like,
Sauce.
I like sauce and I like women, so it's like two and two together.
That's gross. I don't like this.
I don't know.
Oh man.
It sounds like Alex is trying to have the woman do something to embarrass herself so that he feels
So
less,
he can.
like,
Yeah,
nervous.
He
he's.
doesn't feel bad.
Look at me.
Help me.
Oh, you're messy too? Me? Yeah, look at I got sauce all over my shirt.
Oh, that kind of brings me to the fucking, there was like a show I was watching or a movie, like when like some
The boys.
couple,
Shut up.
they're like dating or whatever, like something embarrassing happens to the woman, like she gets
90
food dumped
Fiancé?
on her or water spilled, like he'll do like grab a cup of water or food and put it on his shirt or whatever.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's like
Freaking
that,
gosh.
but it's like
fair.
not as freaking like noticeable. It's like that, I mean, I'm sure there's something to that.
You lost me.
But in your scenario, you're hoping she does it so that you could be free of
Yeah.
your habits,
Nah,
your pig
you're
habits.
you're just
You're not
saying-
trying to help
no.
somebody else. You're trying to help yourself.
Well,
Trying to be gross. You want to be gross and you don't want to hide it. So you want some other gross person to be with you.
no, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
You nasty too? All right.
Be nasty together.
I think it'd be better to be nasty than clean all the time.
No.
All the time, you want to be spick and span. You want to be with a neat freak that just.
Well, no. I mean, if I
You
have
would've-
something on my face, I would like to wipe it off.
Alex would have
I'll
thrived in the
allow it to
fucking-
be on my face. I'm not gonna be like, get it off. Oh. I'll allow it, but then I will clean it off.
Maybe Alex is older than we think 'cause he prefers to be dirty.
might be a caveman.
So he might be from like the dark
1700s.
ages
It's just having like dirt kicked on my face, don't you guys?
when everyone was only bathing like once a year. He's like, damn, this is the way to go.
They weren't
Columbus times.
They were not bathing once a year. I was there. All right, it was like once a week, maybe, if you were lucky.
Whenever they found water.
That wasn't dirty already. And even then, wash me off. Whatever. Shit. Goddamn.
Damn. Alex feels he's exposing everything about himself today.
Yeah.
All the nasties.
Nasty.
The dirty
either-
laundry.
Yeah, dirty. Yeah, fucking. Well, the thing is with laundry is
I didn't. That was a figure of speech.
That wasn't a segue.
I don't love doing laundry, but sometimes when I see it piling up, I'll still avoid it.
Oh my
just because I know I don't want to do it,
Nasty soap.
because it takes forever to do laundry. You
does
gotta
not.
put it in the washer, right?
Which is like 30-40 minutes.
If you want to wash it well, it's like at least an hour,
Okay.
right?
I can see Alex having like a bad day, and there's just one thing that's gonna set him off, and then he goes to like the dryer, and Andrew's clothes are still in there, so he just grabs them and like throws them outside or throws them on Andrew
I
while
have
he's
never wanted to do that ever.
sleeping. I want to.
You do.
What the fuck?
Sometimes
Andrew,
I want
or-
to disrupt Andrew napping because it's like the dumbest times I've ever heard. It's like 8 p.m.
Oh yeah, and I'll
Andrew's
take
napping.
a 20-minute snooze.
Yeah. He's just knocked out on his bed. I'm like, why?
Ooh.
You couldn't stay up for like 2 more hours
I was
and
thinking
then go to
about that
bed?
last night. I was thinking like, you know what? Like how like on job applications or college applications, there's like, what are your special skills? That would be perfect. I can fall asleep with in under a minute of going to bed. Oh, it's so nice. When you see people on Twitter, on Instagram, like, I can't sleep. We're like, 3 a.m. and I'm still
They're gonna-
up. And you're like, oh, I love not having that problem. Just
They're gonna extract your DNA and put it into like fucking medicine.
Advil
They're gonna
PM.
put it into test subject and it'll be like, my eyes are burning. This is horrible.
Now you are blessed with that, but you have had some nights where you can't sleep, correct?
Some.
Some.
It's not because it's of like me or the bed. It's usually it's way too hot, or I've been like my sleep cycle super fucked up, so I got like 4 hours of sleep, like 4 hour, 2 hour nap, or I fuck everything up. But if I usually play it safe, good sleep the night before, normal day, no naps, I will go to sleep in definitely under a minute.
Wow.
I remember Andrew used to be so miserable because his problems, quote unquote, was that he was like, oh, I only got like 4 hours of sleep. But it's like, Andrew, you started your homework at like 12:30 in the middle of the night.
Ooh, that was the bad stint. That was bad. That was I went like what, February to the end of that semester on like 3 hours a day of sleep.
Yep.
It's awful.
What year was this?
Last year. What? 2019.
Yep.
Oh, good lord.
I remember those days too because this guy was just like dead half the day.
He's just like, I didn't sleep. Why didn't you go to sleep? I was doing homework. Why'd you do it so late? I was playing games until.
Oh my god! Yeah. Oh,
He's got a stream.
it was such a big problem, and it was like eating him alive. It was so bad. It was terrible.
It's like the snake eating itself. It's Andrew.
Should I turn it back on for a
evil
second?
Face. Yeah, do it
Do
again
it, do it
for
again.
the viewers.
How about we don't?
I saw that for like 0.2 seconds.
Look at that. Now that to me, I didn't think it would be that popular with you guys. No way did I think that.
It
Like,
struck a chord with that.
it did. Like,
Fucks.
that wasn't my intention, to be honest with you. Now some people still have it, But remember, everybody, maybe 3 or 4 people had that on Xbox. And when that happened, I literally broke down laughing because
Like
of
this,
that.
like this chum right here.
Yeah. Michael was
Uh-oh.
jumped on it that quick. He was like, I gotta have this as my gamer pick. And
I'm
beyond-
laughing because you guys are lagging so bad. I've never seen it before. Usually I'm the one lagging.
Well, you're lagging now.
I know Andrew's frozen on the screen with his eyeball, like
Yep.
bending
Is he
his
really?
whole eyeball.
you both are. But,
Are we still frozen or no?
no, okay, now you're good.
All right, cool.
Alex.
Yo.
Alex.
Yeah,
Did you see Doctor Strange is going to be in Spider-Man 3?
I did see that. But I didn't really look into
You
it.
excited?
I mean,
I don't think there's much to look into.
yeah.
I think he's just in it.
What do you mean?
Is he
Okay, but
is that
Andrew, he's doing Multiverse of Madness, which means he can bring.
I know that. I meant like Alex reading articles. I don't think you need to read articles. It's just the headline basically that he's
Yeah.
in it.
Oh.
But yes, to your point, Michael. Yes,
I did see that. Yeah.
just the thought. Ooh, it got my brain turning in all the right gears.
Right?
Can I tell you
Oh,
this?
yeah.
I think that's
I bet you hate
It's
it.
gonna
No,
happen.
I don't hate it, but like in like this whole multiverse thing, that means there's going to be more Spider-Mans, correct?
I hope.
Means there can be.
There can be, right? And
I
they might
hope.
explore with
So
that.
Toby's coming back.
Stop.
And
Don't.
God- other
God
guy-
willing.
I
And
would,
then maybe they'll bring back Jake Gyllenhaal.
I would-
as
Yes!
almost
I would
Spider-Man.
weep.
I would absolutely.
It's gonna be like Spy Kids 3D, where they don't know who the guy is, and they think it's Tobey Maguire, but it's really Jake.
Mhm.
Jake comes out, and he's the real Peter Parker.
That'd be the best movie ever.
I
though
would
it's a superhero
weep.
movie.
If they bring back Tobey Maguire, I'm all in, 100%, dude. That
know
sounds
you are.
interesting. I mean, like, this could be potentially more the whole Spider-Verse thing, like live action, all that. That could be more like, you know, more. I would be more excited for that than like the other MCU movies potentially if they brought those back, because I've seen like what they're gonna put out, like Eternals, Black Widow, and all that. Shang-Chi, I think his name. I'm probably wrong about that. But those movies, to be honest, don't really interest me all that much because I don't know about it, obviously.
Really?
But like this whole Spider-Verse thing with potentially Tobey Maguire, I'm all in for that. Fuck yeah.
Mhm. Me too.
100%.
Ooh, I'm all.
Zach, are you all in?
If
It's
they
just
get
theory.
Jake,
It's just
I'm all in.
speculation.
They
You
get
know,
Jake.
Actually, you know what? Now that you got my hopes up, if Jake isn't a Spider-Man in this new Spider-Man universe, I'm done.
Oh.
They've lost. I'm taking back my view.
Oh.
Ticket.
My
Yoink.
lord.
Mine
I hate you, my lord.
Michael, I'm sure like you're like, oh my god, this is gonna be amazing,
The
right?
possibilities are endless.
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Normally, though, when they do this, there's like different versions of Spider-Man, not just all like the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Not just like how they look. Like Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland, they're all like the same. If that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
before, when they've done it, like even in the animated one, they're like totally different
Mm-hmm.
from each other.
There's
These
Pig
three are all
Spider-Man.
yeah. These three are pretty much all the same.
Mm.
So I would want to see them branch out more than just yeah, we got the old actor. I would love Toby to come back. I think it'd be so funny that they're just skipping over Andrew Garfield because no one's really talking about that.
Yeah,
Everyone's
yeah.
going right to Toby.
I think if you bring back
Um,
Toby, you gotta bring back Garfield. I think you
Yes.
do. Like,
But were those movies that
Out
well
of
liked?
sympathy.
The Andrew Garfield ones?
were they what?
They're bringing back Electro from his movie.
Oh
So
yeah.
I feel
yeah.
like they kind of have to
But dude,
use him.
fuck yeah! Remember
I
when
would say
said-
no to your question, Zach. I know no one answered, but yes,
Okay.
that's what I would
Oh
say.
wait, what was your question? Sorry.
Did they like it? Like, what were those
Oh,
movies liked?
They like the first
The
one. not
first
second
one I thought was actually pretty good. I liked that one on quite a bit. The second one, to me, I didn't like it too much. You know, it kind of did the same thing with Spider-Man 3 with all the villains, but then it was just like Rhino to me was totally disrespected in his screen time. When he was there, god tier. But when he wasn't there, which was like the entire movie, I was just disappointed. Because, you know, that clip I sent you guys, Paul Giamatti as Rhino was fucking fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, perfect. I miss him so much.
All
He
10
should have been in the
seconds.
movie.
So good.
But that's all we got, basically. And then he went to fucking jail, spoiler. And then is back at the very end. Who cares, though? But yeah. I need to see some redemption from that Rhino. There's a lot of potential there. I want to see that.
Just make a new one, Marvel, please. Don't even.
Well, if they're going to
try
bring
and
back
spin
the
all
A new
that
Paul
Electro...
Giamatti?
shit.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, different looking Paul Giamatti. Fuck yeah. I'd be down for that. You wouldn't, huh? You don't
No.
want that. You
I
really
don't
don't
want
want that.
it.
Well, if you think
I
about
don't.
it, the Sinister Six is almost complete. They just need Paul Giamatti's Rhino. And then, boom, we're good. We're good, right?
Michael, I'll extend an olive branch. What if they replace Paul Giamatti with Will Smith?
How's that an olive branch? What the heck? No, that's like.
They're getting rid of Paul Giamatti.
They should have
Come
Stephen
on.
Amell be Rhino.
Stephen Amell. Oh, my God. Dude. Can I ask why
What's
people...
your problem with him?
I didn't know he had such big of a fan base, to be honest with you. Like, I know he's in
Nobody does.
Arrow, but that's it, right? Like, I know he did that movie Code 8, but, like, aside from that,
He was
are
in
these just
TMNT too.
all- Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Casey Jones.
Wait, they did a second TMNT?
Yes.
When?
No, I mean
Mhm.
the live action one.
Oh, the live action one. Okay. I didn't see that shit. I saw the first one. That one was okay. The first one was okay. I didn't see the second one. I didn't think it'd be that
He's
good.
in that,
Mm-hmm.
and he was in Arrow, and he was in Code 8.
But I feel like all the fans that want him are
He was
from
in
Arrow.
Saving Private Ryan.
And wasn't Arrow not like that good
Was
at
he
the
Private
end?
Ryan?
Oh fuck no, it wasn't good. But Steven
He's
Evans
not
was
Private Ryan. That's
Are
fucking
you
Matt
sure?
Damon. Yeah.
He was on New Girl. Zach.
old.
Girl.
Oh.
Who?
He dated Cece like at the very beginning.
Oh, okay.
He's the tall white dude who was like working at her modeling agency.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Then we got that Resident Evil movie that Michael is
I'm conflicted.
Movies,
conflicted, sort
right?
of. Movies,
There's multiple?
I think.
He has a semi, but he wants to go full throttle.
Full chub. He wants it. He wants to let it free,
I
but
want
he
it
can't,
to be
though.
good so bad,
Well, what's
but
the-
then I saw what else the director's done, and they all look like cheesy, scary movies, like Sharknado level.
Well, maybe,
Oh,
Michael.
no.
Michael, I hate to say it, but I think that's what you're going to get with this new movie. I think, just from what he's done, this might be the same thing. So those expectations must be as low as possible, right?
But at least the plot isn't dumb like those kinds of movies. Like it's pretty basic. So if they somehow make it cheesy, fuck, then bad director.
Yeah, I feel like it's
Bad
almost like
writing.
a Lara Croft or Assassin's Creed situation where it's like the games itself are already so good, like not as games but even as story, to the point where if you fuck this up, this is all on you. It's
And
not.
then when they try to bring it to the movie, they're like, let's put our own little twist on it, and then that makes the downfall of it. That's what brings
like
it.
Assassin's Creed.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Like Assassin's Creed, Warcraft, they keep trying to take their own creative spin on it. And then
What,
fucked it up.
what
Good
do
job.
they know? The game's been on for 10 years. Fuck them. We'll
And
do it better.
That's usually
Thanks.
because of the general public, right? That's why
Nope.
they do that stuff.
Oh.
Or that's why they change it up a bit. But even that, in that fact, though,
I don't know why they choose.
I
know.
have a feeling they do it for their ego.
They,
They want their own piece of it in
They
there.
want their own little signature on it.
yeah, they want that.
Because
But
if they just copy it, then they have whenever they get asked, it's like, oh, it's all who X, Y, and Z, whoever made the game, it's all them, not me.
Well, let's take Warcraft out of that conversation then, because that was the complete opposite. They did they turned the game into a movie, and everybody hated it.
I think that in
I enjoyed work.
I know that you guys enjoyed
Yeah.
like the respect that it had to the game, the story wise. But I feel like when we came out of the theater, like I think you guys were both saying just like it made the universe seem small because like there's so much more to it. But obviously in that one movie they can't really show everything.
Because that's
And
like
I-
the origin story before it expands to like all the craziness it is today. So.
Yeah, I get that too. But I think to the point of them changing things, I draw a lot of that to the Disney Star Wars movies a lot, because like I feel like they wanted to do it. Like yes, they weren't very good movies, but like I remember like Kathleen Kennedy came out saying like we don't have as many source material to base off.
There was
of.
no source material for the other ones either.
But I know that. But now that there is, you got Clone Wars and all that stuff that they get. I mean, they have the EU that they cherry picked basically.
If they just went with, you know what, we can go non-canon, then there's hella source material to go from.
Yeah.
Isn't there?
because
Like
yeah,
so much.
like,
That would have been way more interesting.
like you said, like I said, the EU and all that. Some characters, like Thrawn, for instance,
Europe?
he was in
No,
the
expanded universe for ladies and gentlemen.
no,
Chat.
yeah,
Okay.
expanded universe. My bad. But Thrawn was a character from the old expanded universe, but they brought him back into canon.
Admiral Thrawn.
They changed him up a bit, but
Admiral
they,
Thrawn is a villain in some of the older books that they made. I believe
Oh, okay.
books.
they brought him into Rebels. They changed his character origin a bit, but they brought the essential character, the look and all that, back into canon. But I feel like I'll take for instance
Which made
the,
all the old fans very mad. That they just cherry pick. Whoop, whoop,
yeah, they
keep
take
coming.
what they pick and choose and all that. But I feel like whenever somebody like creates a character or a planet, like for instance that planet on fucking the Rise of Skywalker, right? That
Never seen
planet that was never mentioned in anything, and they're like, well, we got to make something new so the general public can still like gravitas to. But I'm like, well, even if you pick something from the established canon and put that in there, it would make more sense to the fans. It's also still new to the general public. Like it's the same thing, right? If you make something new and the general public's still going to be like, oh, that's new, even if you take something from canon, they're still going to say it's new.
I don't think they want to give credit to the people that originally made that stuff, though.
But it's theirs though. Like
No,
they
it's
bought
not.
it.
No, it's not. It's the person that made it.
But they own it though, basically.
All I'm saying is there's some
No one cares about
cutscenes from like the Old Republic or Knights of the Old Republic where there's like 30 Jedi fighting like 30 Sith, and it's like the most badass thing I've ever seen. And I was like, if they did something like this in a movie, holy shit.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
That'd be
And the
really
way they
cool.
fight in those cinematics are cooler than the way they
Yep.
do in the movies. In the movies, it's very like they're knights, which I get it, Jedi Knight. In the cinematics, they're very like
They keep like the
agile.
prequel style of fighting where they're like just flipping all over
yeah,
the
they're
place,
doing
going all
flippies
crazy.
and jumping off of shit and using their force way more than they actually do when they're fighting each other.
And the Sith is doing it. They're all going ham. It's all
Yeah,
cool.
they're like fucking like lifting trees and shit, throwing them at each other. That's more cool than Obi-Wan and Anakin almost touching hands. And there's like you're supposed to think there's force going on there, and then boom, they put it away.
Think. I know there's
Bro,
force.
those fights in the prequels are pretty much close to the ones in those cinematics, though.
Pretty
Yeah, no.
much
He's
close.
saying like later on, like especially in like the newer trilogy, the Disney one, like they go back to the old style where they're just like,
They're just clashing. They're not doing as much agile moves.
like they're not as fluid in their movements. They're
Yeah,
like
yeah.
trying to be like knights. Like this is a big old heavy
like I
sword
can't
and-
imagine they do these like decades of training just to learn how to go this way and this way.
Well, I
Left,
think
right.
that's because like it was based off of samurai moves, and those moves are like this, and then you go like that. I think.
But why? They're so much more advanced than samurai.
That's just because he based them off.
Ask George.
George Lucas based them off like samurai
fine.
movies back in the day. That's
Okay.
where he drew it from. So
He's
like,
no longer in the picture. We can do other stuff.
no, I don't think that's the right direction that they want to see, though. I mean, like the fighting style, yes, I
Well-
could see how that would evolve, right? But like other things, I would say don't kind of lean back to George, man.
I don't know.
Because Mandalorian
These-
leads heavily
these-
into George Lucas Star Wars, and then the new ones is like almost like Marvel movies,
know.
and then like those didn't do well, I would say.
Well,
They need to do something because the
They-
last ones weren't that great.
That's what I'm saying, though. They need to go back to George, which is Mandalorian stuff. That because they based the Mandalorian off things that George was basing Star Wars off, and like the new movies were like pretty much based off the Star Wars movies that already came out. So like you get that, but then you get Mandalorian that's like goes back to George Lucas style, and people like it, and then the other ones are like we don't like those. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I understand why you want to feel a sense of newism, like it's newer,
What?
right? And
Word
at
of the day, Andrew. Do it.
and at the beginning, I think the sequels were kind of feeling like that, but there was no story, so it didn't matter. It was just all fluff, but no substance. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at that. But yeah, and then
I
like
just want the Jedi to be cooler.
you never liked them, huh?
What?
I liked them. I just feel like they never had them show their full potential
What
for everything they can do.
can I say? This I think
You're wrong.
it's because like George really didn't want them to be like superheroes and like
you George?
really go at it. Like I know they did like the Force Unleashed, which is basically like a Force superhero with Starkiller. They had that, but I think like he didn't really like that direction of making them so powerful, flipping and all that. I know they did that in the prequels a bit, but it wasn't like Knights of the Old Republic where they're like literally they cannot be stopped. Then you just kind of get superheroes, which I think
They can be stopped, but by other people who can use the Force.
well that's what
So
happens though.
No.
And usually in Star Wars, there's like again like the newer movies, there's like one Force user on each side, so you can't get that.
What?
Okay, that's fine.
But what were we talking about? We stemmed away from the
I don't know. You
Resident Evil.
You
right?
made you took us down a weird path.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
just
so now
Down the
I didn't
hurdles
want it to
path.
be. That,
I want to go
I
around
feel-
the hurdles.
We were talking about the Resident Evil. Now I know
Yeah.
they casted the main guy, right, Chris Redfield, but those
I don't know
the
if he's
other
the main
cast
guy.
That's
members,
debatable if he's
Are-
the main guy.
he's not the
They're
main
all
guy?
main. They're all
They're
equally
all
main
main.
characters.
Yeah, they're all equally main. There is no one person.
In different games, they're all main characters.
Oh my god,
They're all
I had
they're all
no idea about
protagonists.
that. But the cast
not
members
Master Chief.
are characters from the game, correct?
Correct. They're not doing the way they did it the first time around, where they made up a completely new character who was legit a superhero. She had like telekinesis
She
and
could
stuff.
combust things spontaneously. Just out of nowhere, I'm just gonna make a giant firestorm.
Yep. And then they were like, but you know what? We'll sprinkle on some game characters from the games, but only one at a time.
What a
And then they're done after that
horrible
one
way to
movie.
go.
And then all of a sudden, we're gonna throw all of them at you, but not explain where they came from or where they went afterwards.
We're gonna throw in stuff from Resident Evil 5, the game, but not in a way that makes sense to someone who's just seen the movies.
Yeah.
It's there for fan service. Like, hey, I played the game. I know what that is, which was me as a kid. My parents didn't know what was going on, but I was excited. But this time around, I hope it's better because it's got potential. I swear it does.
If it makes you feel any better, Peter Jackson, before he directed Lord of the Rings, had only directed cheesy horror films. And his very next film, Lord of the Rings, and
Oh,
there you
I
go.
thought you were gonna say like Percy
Very-
Jackson.
And the rest
Yeah.
is
No.
history.
Yeah, and then he went on to do like King Kong and other big movies. So
Mm-hmm.
Do you like the
there,
cast that
there
they
might
have?
be a chance.
Yeah, Michael.
Yeah,
You do?
pretty much all of them. I don't know much about the guy playing Wesker. I've only seen him in the Umbrella Academy. He's just the big tall dude. You don't have to do much to play Wesker. He's just cliche evil guy. Wears sunglasses indoors. That's about it. Andrew could be Wesker. Andrew, can you be Wesker?
If they
In the
asked me, I
movie.
probably would.
Yep. You just gotta wear your shades inside.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
In the small clips I've seen, and then CGI transform into God knows what.
you know what, Alex? I think I'll kidnap you and we'll go watch it. This Resident Evil movie when it comes out in theaters.
Yeah, whenever theaters open again.
They just closed down again, right?
They did.
The Regal.
They're closing down, yeah.
Damn,
Very
I was just
sad.
about to go see
Well,
Tenet.
private.
I don't
You know, Alex, I was gonna go, but darn.
I don't believe that for squat.
How dare you?
Yeah, I think it was. I think that news came out last weekend. I think, or maybe Monday. But yeah, instantly, like after we saw Tenet, Regal shutting down again, indefinitely until like next April.
And another company, right? Aren't there two? big companies?
AMC might shut down. I don't think they have shut down yet, but they're pretty certain that they're going to shut down.
So did you see that and like throw your phone on the bed because you just got your movie theater back and now Top Gun?
He's like, oh,
See ya.
Top Gun, it's coming, it's coming.
Dude,
It's like they got so close and then boom, yanked away.
everything is ruined. Everything is bad. Everything is
Everything
over,
is
basically. I mean,
ruined.
I think I saw like the Batman was supposed to come out
Like in a month
Yeah.
from now.
initially
20
June 2021. Then it was pushed to fucking no. Then
No,
it was
gonna
pushed
come- It
October
was gonna come out this year.
2021. Now March 2022. I mean, what
But-
the fuck, bro?
Matrix 4 got pushed up to next year.
Okay,
And then they're gonna push it back.
they'll push it
As
back
soon as
again.
I
I
can.
bet. I mean, like, and then Dune was supposed to come out this year. Now it's delayed an entire year.
Isn't it great?
This started as a joke, like
This is not a
beginning
good
of
thing.
summer. I feel like, and now it's just
no. It's not
getting out of
Oh,
Now it's just getting sad. Now it's just getting
money's
so
being
sad.
lost, jobs
Just
are
imagine,
going
Alex,
under.
some
Ooh,
people,
it's bad
including
news.
Tom Cruise, have seen Top Gun already.
I
So
know.
People have
Dude,
experienced
I would have
it, and you're
seen it
fucked.
already. I would have already seen Top Gun twice,
Seen?
possibly.
The grammar on this boy.
But like, oh my god! Like I just remember, the day it was supposed to come out, I was so sad.
Shed tears.
Oh yeah, I was so sad because
Spider-Man 3 would have been out already,
Really?
This morning.
or it would have been damn near close. I think I saw
Okay.
it was originally planned to come out already.
But it's not.
What?
No, I don't think so. I think it's next year. Definitely not this
Are
year.
you
Okay, maybe it's a different
'Cause
movie.
they haven't even like announced the name of it yet, have they?
No.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Probably
Yeah,
next
so
year.
I
think.
don't think it
Alright,
was.
I'll
ever gonna
fact
come
check
out this year.
myself. Maybe it was something else. I saw something else that said it would have already been coming out by now.
Oh.
Quiet Place.
Quiet Place, missed that. Mulan I saw on Disney Plus, whatever. But it's just it's
Scammed you.
it's not a good time to be a movie fan at all, or even be in the business. Fuck,
Good thing we're
bro.
game
Well, I mean,
fans,
like,
too.
imagine how much money they're losing right now.
Exactly. That's the thing, though. That's why they had to do it, because Tenet, I believe, they tried to bring it back, but I don't think that movie's made nearly enough money to break even.
Nope.
Because I saw an article saying it made like $30-40 million. that
that's
like
nothing.
first week, and yeah,
That's
not a lot.
nothing. And
I'm sure the budget for that was huge.
I think it was like over 200 million, which is like,
Yeah,
oh,
no,
Jesus.
got a ways to go.
And then the marketing for that, because if you think about it, they had like 2 waves of marketing. They had marketing before,
And they're gonna have another
way
one.
before COVID. Like when COVID hit, they still pushed it, and then it got canceled. And then they had a date for it with that marketing too, when it already would have been out, canceled again, and then another marketing campaign. And then a
They
whole...
just send out like emails, like Tenet's out. Okay, cool.
No,
You don't need a whole TV spot.
I want a letter, a handwritten letter, letting me know it's out. Ready.
And then I just saw like a commercial for it yesterday. Big movies are back. Tenet is like in theaters now. Like, oh, not for
R.I.P.
long, man. It's over. It's like it's very sad because he really wanted to try to bring people back.
Good. You go.
He wanted to try to bring people back to theaters, but I feel like in the end, it cost him even more money.
Doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter because not many people saw it either way. So it's like, it's so sad, man. Disappointing. Very disappointing. So Resident Evil might have more time to fucking be the best movie it could possibly be. You know? I don't know. I was reading an article, I think, like about, remember when the Batman trailer first came out, but they said like only 25% of the movie was shot? And then they're like, well, if you think about it, they could possibly just, if people are like, because remember that riddle thing that they had? People were saying, like, if they figure this out, then they could potentially just, like, scrap that and reshoot a new movie if they wanted to. Because they have that out, and it's not coming out for another 2 years. So, why even bother with the movie you have?
The fuck is wrong with you?
Well, I'm just saying, like...
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Well, if you think about it,
If I think about it, maybe I could eat a whole elephant. Oh.
I mean, Alex,
just saying, they
you
could have
know,
money
like,
for that.
they don't usually just write it as they're going. They have it all
No,
planned.
I know, but what I'm saying is because since they already showed, like, when they showed that trailer, they only had 25% of it done. So it's like, you still have time to, like, if you want to, if you feel like audiences know it, or like, know what's going to happen in the movie, you could reshoot stuff if you wanted to,
Okay,
make it, like...
But that's like the hardcore people that... I mean, any other superhero movie... They would already know what the plot is generally, just by going, oh, here's the villain, and this is the setting. Okay, this is probably what it's going to be.
Just change
about.
the riddle. They don't have to change the whole movie.
Yeah.
Just
I
change
mean,
the
why
riddle.
would they waste money? They're like, okay, these like hardcore nerds are going to figure out like what
Dumbass
the
nerds.
plan is.
Just-
Like,
Just make it
the
so
general
incomprehensible.
audience won't know.
Well, I know.
But they
I'm
can't
just
figure
saying
it
they
out.
could do that if they wanted to.
Why would they do that?
Yeah.
Sounds
Waste
like an
money.
awful idea.
Well, not
Just
not
blatantly
to
have
waste
the riddle on it.
Alex
and
would
then
go out of business being a movie
Just
producer.
blur out the riddle for the trailer, like pixely and shit. They can't.
Or
they can't figure
maybe
it out.
it's like the Marvel movies. They lied. It's Photoshop.
Oh
That's
yeah,
not what's
classic
in the movie.
Disney movie. No, that's real.
Oh, you're right.
Really
they
cheap.
could do that if they wanted to, but I don't
Bastards.
know. I was
That's
just thinking
the riddle. That's
because...
fake.
It's
I
Batwoman.
figured them out one time and they got pissed.
What'd you figure out?
Ooh, I remember that. That was sad.
Infinity War.
That was sad.
What was it?
Remember
Then?
that?
Michael had the
Michael
whole
had
list
like
of exactly
a
what was going to
3-page
happen.
essay of predictions, and he got 80% of it right.
What did he get right? I don't remember.
80% of it.
80%.
Like all the big.
No, I know
things
the
that happen
percentage,
to
but
them.
what did you get right though?
Almost the whole movie.
What did you get wrong then?
I think just
There's
locations.
some people. I had like a couple people in the wrong places.
He did it in
like,
Black Panther
space.
too. I remember.
Oh yeah, I said it's gonna start off with like some origin
He had
story.
the,
That one was like
the
100% he
beginning
got right.
sequence. Yeah, like almost down to a T.
And I think it was just some characters were not in the places that he said, and then the locations that he said they he said that they would be at were wrong. The actual events, all right.
That's
Which
how
is
predictable
embarrassing.
And
Mark-
they're like, we gotta lie. We gotta lie to them now.
And I'm assuming that's why they do that. They should make fake trailers now.
Yep.
All because of Michael.
They also
Well,
put a
yeah,
lot
well-
of trailers out too. I think for that movie.
This was before I think Michael stopped watching trailers. He saw one and like, all right, I got it.
Was it or was it not?
No, because I said I didn't want to see anymore, and then I put out the list like after the first one, and then they just kept putting them out, but I didn't change it after that.
Yeah, because he sent it to Andrew super early.
It was very impressive for me and Michael. It was not impressive for Disney. You know,
Still a good
they're
movie.
probably
though.
Shame on you.
how did he do it?
I think that one was like almost like more predictable than I think, though. I mean, I'm an idiot, so I have no idea. But like other people probably
But
would
Michael's more
had
familiar
it.
with the source material.
True.
And it's not that hard to predict a Disney movie.
Mm-hmm. You're right, though.
Yeah.
Like Mulan was so predictable.
Mm-hmm. Well, all of them, because they all have to be family
you've seen
friendly.
it.
You're right.
So they're all very confined. It's a shame.
You also saw Mulan before.
Yes.
Oh!
Yeah. The animation. Is that what you mean?
Christ.
Yeah, like you've seen the movie.
That was
before.
a burn.
But Michael, these
That
are
was a good
supposed
burn.
to be different movies, man. But this one was.
Man.
It was
Same
different.
thing
a
with
bit.
Lion King. I don't know how
Oh,
you went in
man.
there expecting anything else to happen.
Well, it's because I respect the filmmaker who made it, John Favreau, who changed up
Mufasa
Jungle Book a bit.
Doesn't die.
So I think when he-
Mufasa lives.
Oh.
It's a mom. The mom dies.
that would have been cool.
Why?
What?
Imagine.
What would that have actually changed?
Oh, bro, if they changed that up a bit, I don't know. It could have been cool. Like, what if Mufasa lives? That would have been cool.
Then
I
he
know
would've
it's not the
killed
original.
uncle, and then Simba would have never been.
Movie's over.
Cool.
You know, we don't know that. You don't.
He would have been a spoiled little shit the whole movie.
Could have been.
He would be the new bad guy.
But they're doing
Grew
a
up,
fucking.
you killed my uncle.
They're doing
And
a
then he-
prequel. Did you guys hear about that? So dumb. They were doing a prequel about Mufasa's rise to power, I think. I was like, oh, man.
You all right, Andrew?
I'm alright, but fuck that shit.
Right? I don't want that. That sounds...
Give me Spider-Man 4.
Yes. Fuck yeah. Sam Raimi.
Sam, yeah, that one. Bring
What
back
if that
Toby.
just randomly came out? Tobey
that-
Maguire
We
Spider-Man
had
4.
shot it years ago and we just never released it. But here you go.
I would purchase it digitally. I would purchase it physically. And I don't
$80
want-
on Disney Plus.
$80. You want it? Buy it.
Andrew would watch it through Fortnite. Like there'd be a movie theater, and he'd go log in for a Spider-Man 4
Oh
event.
yeah, I remember I was
Watch it with
watching
everyone.
Inception. through
It's
that.
just
I
a
was like,
lobby
it's so
that's like
cool.
3 hours long.
We play Fortnite. We play Fortnite. All his 12-year-old friends.
I don't like
Michael
shit.
had us play PUBG today, and just
I
for
laughed.
fun, I just kept saying that. I was like, "We like Fortnite. We like." Fortnite."
Michael made you?
He suggested it. I was like,
Oh.
"Okay, yeah, sure, let's play."
There was
it.
more of
Anytime
us.
we
It
killed
wasn't just me
people,
and
we're just
Zach.
like, "We like Fortnite."
How was it? Was it fun?
Yes.
I don't know. I haven't played PUBG in forever. I don't know if they changed
I
it
know.
or not.
We
Well, you're
did
an
a
idiot,
custom
so-
game where we played a mode that just it was not a good idea.
Sucks.
Nope. Yeah.
Oh,
Other than that, it was fun.
speaking of which, Friday was the end of The Boys. I'm not going to spoil The Boys, but I was
Okay.
going to say, Michael, I think you know, how many episodes are you in?
I'm up to 6, I think. What's the last one? 7?
8. Eight's the
8?
last one.
Yeah, so I think I saw 6.
So, you know the character in the Boys, her name is Victoria Newman? She's like this congresswoman or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the same actress as she plays Farah in Modern Warfare.
And
I thought she looked familiar.
I thought
Yeah,
you
yeah.
Overwatch.
I noticed that because I looked up her IMDb. I was like, this chick kind of looks familiar because when I playing Modern Warfare, you boot it up and her face is right there. I'm like, wait a sec, hang on. So I looked it up and it's the same chick. I was like, wow, that's crazy. And it's like this.
They
That's
did
like
a pretty
her.
good job with that.
They did.
facial scan.
Mm-hmm. It was really good. I'm like, holy
They
shit.
put her face on like a scanner, like the printer.
Yeah,
3D
you know,
print
like
it.
the old pranks where people photocopy their butt like that.
That's how Andrew would do it. Like,
Aye.
can you come in? We're gonna 3D scan your face. Like, oh, cool. Where do I go? That printer right there. Just
No,
slam your
we'll
face
get
on
like
it.
a I don't know what it is, like the thin art paper. Put on your face and just trace.
Oh, like tissue
Tissue-
paper.
Trace it. All right, got it.
The thin art paper.
I think it's tracing paper.
And then we scan it, and then we email it, and then we get it in the thing.
You
And
might
he's
kill them.
You're gonna be
can't
doing
breathe.
this face.
I hate you.
Fuck.
uh,
I remember I used to trace actual art
oh.
back in the day. Say, hey, look, Mom, I drew this. Really? You're very good. And I traced it.
That trace that you dumb. No, I can't say.
Yeah, right. Get out of here. I love my mother. But yeah, I was just like, I traced it, like the really cool stuff, like.
Like Dill.
No.
Let's end this with one
That
dumb
dumb.
thing we all did as a kid.
One dumb
We already
thing.
did that.
No. That's one dumb thing we believed. I'm saying one dumb thing we did.
Oh, let me
Alex
think
did
about that.
tracing.
I did tracing.
And try to pass it off as his own art.
Yeah,
I
multiple
forged
times.
I forged a lot of signatures for
I did too, but I didn't get
PR
caught.
points.
That's
like
absurd.
bad
It's more
things.
illegal.
That's
I
like
think.
bad. That's not dumb.
Not like oh, I did my reading or oh, permission slip. It's like Michael's been a bad kid, sign this so we know you saw
This
like
is the police
I'm dad.
form. This is your ticket.
Send it
Shows
back.
up to the parent-teacher conference in a trench coat on somebody's shoulders.
Me and Andrew. This is my dad, Andrew.
What was the worst? Dumb thing.
Andrew was yeah. Other than trying to pass off a shoebox.
I was gonna
for an
say
eraser.
that, but it wasn't dumb. That was smart.
No, it was smart.
was dumb.
It
What
was
are you
clever.
talking about? I got an A.
It was
Dumb.
clever.
Kiss my ass.
He
You know, I felt bad for you. Like, oh, this kid's stupid. I'm gonna give him an A. It's a damn shoebox.
But what was
Not to tell
the project again? Just get something.
Proportions.
Proportions, yeah.
Ratios, yeah.
I fucking outsmarted her.
That's what you're going with, Andrew? It's the box?
Sure, I guess. I don't think of. You go next. Someone else. I'm trying to think.
Or I'll go. So I would always park my bike, like resting on the car in the driveway, like on the car that's in the back. And one day, predictably,
It slid off.
no, it didn't slide out. It got run over.
Oh, I thought you meant like you
Wow.
leaned it.
Oh no,
Okay.
no! I mean, if it just fell over, that who cares? Bikes
Okay,
fall
yeah,
over
yeah.
all the time, but no, it got run over. It was destroyed. This is the last bike I ever had.
Oh.
Oh my god, yeah, that is pretty funny.
Come on, Alex, you're a dumb guy. How can you not have thought of anything yet?
He already
I thought
did.
we said the
the
tracing,
tracing
thing.
paper, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Pay
okay.
attention.
Fuck. I don't
Yeah,
know.
so it's just Andrew.
I guess it's just that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Alex, you
The razor was
tell
funny.
us what is something Andrew did that was really dumb.
Really dumb. Oof.
I mean, other ones I
Almost
could.
got his finger chopped off.
Not the milk, not the door.
Okay, so let me think.
Well,
Well,
down to school.
that it was really funny about the barbecue. That one was funny, but that was, I guess, fake.
That was like a year ago.
That was funny though. That was funny.
Everything I'm thinking of is not usually my fault. Like, it's not me being dumb. It's just circumstances. Just
You
so
probably were
happens.
dumb. You just feel like you were so smart.
No,
I'm so clever.
I mean, no.
All right. Andrew was.
Andrew is easily the
too
smartest
smart.
one.
I don't know.
Can't get him.
I think. Okay.
I mean,
how about
Alex,
this
come
one?
on.
This
No.
one. I think the one that really sticks out is towards the end of his college career, his time management and everything that he did towards the end was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. Like the worst. And like it's
dumb.
not just doing homework, but his wake up and getting ready to go to class was also
I have a system for that.
very like obscure and weird. Like
Obscure and weird meaning I just do it slow. That's it.
Yes. Like, I mean, there's just
Weirdo.
he has like no sense of urgency.
I have a sense
all.
of urgency, but I choose not to act on it. I go slow so I don't forget anything. Because if I forget something, then what the fuck? Because like, let's take it back, like elementary school. If you forget like your homework, what the fuck? Or like, let's say I forgot my backpack and it has everything, just forgot it, and there's no possible way of going back.
Yeah.
Like I walk home, I walk to school, parents are gone. There's no way like, oh, I could go have him drive it. No, Al, I can't ride my bike. No, can't. I can't do anything. Let's just say I can't. What the hell's the point in going?
There isn't.
So why? So I choose to go
In
slow so I
elementary school,
don't
Andrew
forget.
just leaves.
You see what I'm saying? Because if
Yeah.
I do forget, it's usually something so important to the point where should I even go? Like, should I just turn around and just stay there?
Those are good points. You don't want to forget, but I feel like it's with almost everything, and it's like
Yeah, college was
and
like a new
really
wave
slow.
in Andrew dilemmas in school. Like semester 1, somehow went down to 1 class. He was in like
because I
4.
forgot to. So I don't even know what it is. You guys have to
Registered?
tell me. So I applied. I signed up for everything, but there was something to do during the summer that we're supposed to do, and apparently I don't know what it was. Like I actually registered. I signed up for classes. I don't know what it was. I guess pay. I'm assuming.
Probably.
Because
Yeah.
that's the last thing that they can do.
It's the only thing I can think of.
So I
And
guess
they
not paying, and they dropped me out of. I had 3, dropped me out of 2, kept me in 1, obviously for the money, and then I stayed in that, and that's how I was in 1.
And then over the semester, it was like Andrew was pulling a C, and it was like he was failing shit, got like a 1 on his exam somehow.
Out of
It's like,
what?
Andrew, what the fuck's going on? Out of 100, you got 1 out of 100.
It's like putting your
But that-
name.
It was an error. It was an error in the grading, but I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Man?
Okay,
Come
I think
on,
I
dude.
have it. I got it.
Hurry.
He has really dumb luck with everything. And
That's
it's
true.
not because of him making it dumb. The world, the universe.
That's what I've
makes
been
it
telling
dumb.
you.
It makes his luck and his odds so dumb.
Well,
at
hold on.
everything.
I think that's the universe balancing me out, because I've had disgustingly lucky moments where it's like, this should not happen.
Yep.
But to your credit, I feel like that's because of that.
Mm-hmm.
I get really lucky, and I'll get so unlucky, and to the point where it's like, I can't. Like, even when someone asks me, like, hey, why'd that? I can't tell you.
Yeah.
You won't believe me.
I feel like that's the biggest thing with Andrew. That's dumb is his luck.
He just
and his,
it's like he gets away with things. Like he shouldn't. You shouldn't be getting
some,
this. He does.
Before college, he did a lot. After, shifted to
It's all to me now.
yeah.
It all
really
came to
is,
me. I get
think.
free food,
because
like, every
before
other
high
day.
school, he would get away with a lot of shit. Now he can't go a day without getting
Because Andrew
conned.
sassed the world so much that the cosmic universe itself was like, you know what? I don't even want to put up with this guy anymore. Just give it to him.
That might be
Give it to
true.
him.
I think he just his luck ran dry.
Oh, it's coming
And
back.
you think so?
He
Possibly.
feels it. It's coming back.
Got the
Andrew's
mojo.
gonna win that Taco Bell fucking.
Oh,
every
He's
fifth
gonna win
person
multiple,
gets an
not just one.
Xbox.
He's gonna get like.
I'll
3.
be the one guy. I got 2.
I never hear of one person anywhere who wins those Taco Bell.
I heard of
I
one
don't
person.
even think they're real.
They claim it's like every 5 minutes.
Oh,
someone
are you
wins.
talking about like the Xbox or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The commercial with Andrew.
Oh, that
But
commercial
anyways.
is Andrew. Like
Should
to the
wrap it
T.
up there.
Yeah.
So Andrew has bad luck.
Bad luck. All right, guys.
Take us out.
Thank you for listening to this episode or watching on YouTube if you did. Make sure to follow us on, our podcast feeds, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Out of the Ordinary Friends. We'll see you guys next week.